Okay, we are now live. I'm going to spend some time sharing this with a few groups, but um, now I have to really think which one I want. So it's gonna be a bit of a tough one to decide which one to get into. So basically this is mimicking the pre-release where there is a faction pack. It will give you a in this case, it looks like it's giving you two specialized faction boosters, but I think it should be just one. Yeah, because some regular pre-release is just one faction booster. But it's now a question of which which faction should I choose? Like airbending is like everything is cool in its own respects. Even black, which is not exactly any of the bending colors per se, but but even if it's not, it still has some pretty powerful mythics. So that there is that as well. If I was gonna do it on just power level, my wait, did I? One, two, three. Yeah, okay. I almost thought I shared this with the wrong group. If I was gonna do it based on power level, blue is probably the swingiest one. It has well, red also can be kind of swingy as well. I think I would probably go either white, black, or green. If I guess if you guys have any ideas, that would be nice too. Also, I guess I have to wait a minute or so to share with this last group, but I guess we can proceed now. So, which one do I go for? Yeah, deciding is kind of tough. It's not ready yet. I'll share it a bit later. So, kind of tough to say. Also, there's a lot of multicolored stuff. The safest is probably green because it gets you stuff that it makes it easier to splash into other colors. It's also one of the lessons. So there are two tricky ones. If you ignore just the bending ones, the key archetypes would be allies, firebending aggro, and lessons. Green dips its toe on allies, dips its toe on lessons, so it works well there. So I might just pick green just on that off chance. But I also want to double check if I'm missing out. I'm trying to do a very quick look here. Like one, two. Yeah, it has. Okay, maybe its weakness is that a lot of its removal is quite conditional. Like if I wanted to be sure on removal, it would be black or red. Those would be the good ones. But this is a sealed pool, so I guess for now we just. Okay. Also, it's a bit interesting that let's just go back a little bit. It's also a bit interesting that when you start out, it shows you Boomy, but you have to lock in on something. Like, pool it. Oh, so this one is pool is guaranteed to have one copy of Toph the Blind Bandit. Okay, so that's Earthbending. Zuko Exiled Prince, that's definitely Firebending. Azula on the Hunt, also a bit Firebending, but this one is a pretty solid 4-3 that gives you that does give you clue tokens, so you're kind of getting into the draw. Katara into Waterbending, this might be one of the harder ones. And the last Airbender is also quite good here, so that's something pretty good. I think we go with Toph. I'll probably go with Toph for now. There is no way I'm doing all 5. I don't have the budget for that. Sorry, budgetary cuts. I'm not. It's not that easy these days. But we will go Toph with now. So we do get 2 special packs. And let's see what do we get out of this. Okay, so 6 rares. We do get Toph Hard-Headed Teacher. So this is the lesson one, and we do get the Diligent Zookeeper. It's a bit interesting that it's spread all throughout, but let's see. Sozin's Comet's a mythic, but it's probably the one that doesn't quite fit our deck. Moon Spirit is fine. Momo friendly flyer. This is soup flyer specific. They have Black Sun is fine also. So a little bit shy on the rares. But we'll see what we have here. So starting with lands, so we're hoping for okay, it also tells you if it comes from the Toph deck. So you get the Kyoshi Village and a Meditation. So that's a nice thing to know. Let's see what our multicolored stuff is. So Kyoshi. We got Bitter Work, so that's also a pretty good one. Earth Kingdom Soldiers is a good filler there as well. Having these hybrid cards is such a big deal. Actually, it really makes it easier to cast this stuff. Like for the most part, I can treat this as green. I can treat this as green. I can treat this as green. I can treat it as green heavy for the most part. So basically, if I'm doing a blue splash, it's like say splashing for this. But if I go for this one, it's red anyway, so it doesn't matter there. It's maybe the blue splash is for Cat Owl. It's a 3/3 flyer for 3. That counts. This would be a real green-white card. So we're definitely looking into green-red first. Probably looking for white as well. Turn this one mana and fixes our colors. This one generates an ally, so these two are good. We have US, so if we can cast her, we can drop the sword for cheaper. We do have some removal, albeit very expensive. Yeah, white is not looking quite like it. Like we only have literally 5 cards on the white side here. Let's start with green first. That's the one that we're guaranteed for sure. We're definitely running Cabbage Merchant. We're gonna Shared Roots. This is one of the reasons why I chose this. True Ancestry to get back Toph is also a pretty solid one here. Size makes sense, not so much. Origin of Metal Bending. This is a good combat trick. I probably would want one, but we want to focus on allies for now because that's one direction we can go. Unfortunately, we're kind of split here, so maybe the ally part is not gonna quite. I guess we can make it work. It's not super strong, but I think we can make it work. Nice thing with the Diligent Zoop, we definitely want to run a few of these Raucous Audiences as well because this does ramp us up a bit. And we're definitely playing green for sure. I think we can get away with playing mostly green and just splashing for a little bit. Okay, this is sadly not an ally. This is a defender, so we can kind of get that to work here. Also, we might not necessarily need to be an ally. Like this is our only real ally payoff here, so let's keep that in mind. Definitely running a bunch of these. Like if we can, and this one's fine. That when it dies, Earthbend 2 is fine. This one's fine. We're definite allies at last. Okay, we do have a bit of an ally payoff here. In fact, we're already. Let's see, ally check is 6, so we kind of want more. I guess we could splash for that one white. But this is where we now have to start fiddling with this one carefully. This one's fine too. So Rebellious Captives are allies, that's why we're keeping this. This would ramp us up to 4, and we have quite a good number of 4s. So this would be a good option. Shared Groups is a good one. True Ancestry is a good one. Cabbage Merchant's fine. Platypus Bear is strong with the Diligent Zookeeper, but otherwise it's kind of meh. Let's take a look at some of our other colors before we go all in on this one. Like if we're going to go red, we kind of want to be on the lookout for some red removal. I guess bash counts. It's a land check, but it's fine. War Balloon, it's fine-ish. Treetop Freedom Fighters generates allies, so that's a pretty decent one. Tiger Dillo. Have to be careful pronouncing this one. It's a Dillo. Or maybe I just don't play it. We could run these, but We definitely want to run more red, but we don't have a good run in for white. So maybe the reinforcements has to go. It's not gonna fit. Yeah, so we're looking. That's how we get our 10-7. We kind of want to run some of the meditation. So this has to go. We could go meditation pools instead, but we have to see if we have something good we want to run in blue. We don't have any sagas here. I did say this would be one of our decent outs. Water bending lesson gives us some card draw. Lost Days gives us some additional removal. Okay, so we have to do a sanity check here. Right now we're running just all green. We're practically running just all green, and we're just splashing red for Toph. And we can even run these if we need to. I'm probably not going to end up running Zuko's Exile though. And we have to do a sanity check. We have 2 lessons. So Platypus Bear probably does not make the cut. Toph, it's still fine. We're just not getting the lesson payoffs that we really want. I guess I can run and abandon attachments as well. Red or blue. It does give us some card draw that we desperately need. Yeah, because we have to do a fight spell check. So this is our this is our damage spell. And this one is also a very good one. So we got 3. Boomy Bash is 4. I could probably even just choose to cut this one because right now, let's say I cut this one. We have Earth Rumble, which is 4. No, we need the Boomy Bash. We still need an additional one. I would be happy at 5. 4 might be a bit too. I think we can cut one audience. We can run it like this. I'll be honest. This is a. I would have liked something that's really powerful as well. Also, other things to consider. This one just as a clean removal spell would be fine. This one, not so clean, but this actually works really nice with red because of this instant speed. That would be a good fit. We also have to double check our Diligent Zookeeper. Well, it's still a 4/4/4/4, which is pretty good. What does this work with? Because everything that's humanoid is a human. It pretty much works. Oh, also interesting of note. The lands do not gain a creature type, so this does not work with Earthbending. So it doesn't work with Foggy because it's a human, which is a shame. So it works with our Badger Mole. It works with Flopsy. It works with our 2. So this might. I'll run it first, but this might also be one of the first ones. So we might also have to make some adjustments as well. Like we're gonna play around with this one a lot, see how this fits. And to be honest, I'm really not sure how. So it's not letting me share with the third group quite yet, so we're just gonna be on the wait and see here. Also, there might be a bit of slowdown. I'm actually down to my last stick of memory for this computer. I'm gonna have to get a new setup tomorrow. But get ready to buy a new setup tomorrow. It's about 10 years old. Okay, so a decent starting setup. Probably want to run the Cabbage Merchant early. If I don't happen to hit another land, I definitely want to go into that direction. Like our opponent could probably try to remove this, and I could honestly just play this first. See if they. Okay, I'll just play this first. See if they want to remove this. Okay, they're not. So this has prowess. I can just bitter work for now. I'm gonna swing with this one because I have no real intention of blocking. But yeah, I also realized that well, we do have a good number of 2s, but we probably want to make some adjustments here to maybe drop some things down. Suki, thankfully it doesn't check on this one. So True Ancestry creates a clue token, not so great. What I can do is I can cast this. I'm probably gonna discard Foggy here. Okay, hit our other land. We can return him later if we have to, but we're gonna run Cabbage Merchant for now. So this way, our opponent will need to have a combat trick, otherwise we're presenting a decent block here. Also of note that, yeah, we're probably gonna have to do Boomy Bash instead of Earth Rumble. This is a fight, so I could act. Okay, so he's paying 1 so they can't block. Tree. So we're hitting our lands here. And this one just makes lessons plus you cast cost 1 less, which could still be a thing. Also, I'm trying to remember, snakes. Is there a Snakeskin Veil? Okay, there's. Okay, if there was, our opponent didn't have it. Ooh, okay, that's a good rare. Do they have the firebending? They did have the firebending lesson too. So we got curved out really badly here. And Earth King is a really good trick here. We got our Diligent Zookeeper, but not much else. Okay, probably target up to 1 creep. Probably fight this like this, but I would have to block the. I would have to block this one. Go down to 1. Yeah, we're pretty much losing this one. We just got curved out. When it had doubles, and they also had their own. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Pretty unfortunate. We got curved out really badly. Well, we needed to waste 1 time, but it did justify the card draw. We really could have used some help there. We need to see if there are ways to lower our curve. Like right now, our curve is high on the 4 side. We kind of want to see if we can. So we probably want to drop. We definitely want the Raucous Audit. There's already 1. I probably want to add a second one now. Probably. We go 16 lands with just this? I guess cutting the True Ancestry is also a... Yeah, I probably just cut the True Ancestry instead. We're not exactly that much of a lesson deck. We already cut the one thing that really wanted lessons. Toph is a benefit, but not super necessary for lessons. We'll run it. We'll make that one adjustment there. Because we really need to hit 4 as much as possible, so there we go. I guess it's a case of... Yeah, Green has the allies team. Green has the lessons team. We just happen to hit none of the above. You have to mold this. Okay, this one's fine, but we have to give up on flop C. Huh? Yeah, flop C. You'll go share roots first. So Toph the Blind Bandit would be nice. Would be a nice drop. Audience is probably fine. So the interesting thing here is that Earth Rumble would probably be a good combat trick at this point. So we'll see what our opponent's gonna drop. Bit annoying. We do have. Also check. This is an instant. I'll see if I can bait our opponent to double blocking. I guess there's an argument for doing this one first, but I'm okay with this. So green-black is also a very strong earth bending color, so let's keep that in mind. Probably will. Okay, and we lose this one. I guess we have it fight. I don't want to get rid of this one, but I kind of want to also just nuke the dummy. And swing with both, actually. So next turn we can play Boulder, and this is whenever Boulder attacks, so it's a check there. Still not swing with this one. If our opponent wants to like mass block, it's a thing. I probably could have attacked with both. Yeah, opponent's just okay. I guess they're doing the sold out just to exile, so it's not a big loss. We still get our land back. So, and the fact that they're now having to crack all of this means they are kind of in trouble. This also destroys target, so we'll see. They could have a Heartless Act, which would be kind of annoying. Nope, they're sacrificing that for deadly position. That's fine. So this one just taps for 1. Yeah, we're at the point that we probably have to sacrifice this. Our opponent's actually... And if our opponent's playing black, it looks like they're heavy black too, which means they probably have a lot of the really good ones. So we could end up losing just Kylie Agents. gonna have to take one hit first. Wolfbat doesn't. I don't think they're draw. Well, they could draw their second. So when this attacks, it's still just a drain 2. And I probably would not be. Yeah, I probably won't be. I'm not able to block. Yeah, we're somehow. Okay, there's a Badger Mole, Earthbend 2, creatures you control. This one's kind of fine. I can just play. I can kind of play this first. So that empowers Toph a little bit. So they could sacrifice to grow this one a bit. It does weaken the Daily Agent, so they probably should have attacked. Well, they probably weren't attacking anyway. It also means they probably weren't casting a kill spell anyway as well. Okay, so this one can be blocked. These can only be blocked by one creature, so I'm definitely swinging with these two. So this is where I hope that... Well, okay, if it's a Heartless Act, the most they can do is drain the counter. If when it goes down to 1, they can swing back with Daily Agents. We also have... Okay, that's kind of fine. So this one, okay, so that's fine too. So I get to swing with, so it's pretty much just swing with these 3. We take 3. I could swing with everything per se. Okay, opponent's gonna try to drain. They kind of have to. It is super sketchy. I do have a 5/5. And I could just take the 6. They really want to push damage through, but... Also, we've only splashing red for 3 cards, so we drain for 3. We take 7. That's 3 damage getting through. Yeah, everything having trample is such a big deal. They can double block some of these other ones, but it's kind of not profitable anymore at this point. Yeah, okay, that's... So we have 4 damage, 5 damage getting through. I'm trying to remember if there's a prevent combat damage effect, but I don't think there is. Yeah, our opponent's really trying to do the math, but trample kind of met. These 2 are such a powerful combo. Yeah, there's no math that's gonna save them. They just let it all go. Woo! So we barely got there, but we did get there. It was admittedly very close. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't try to cut the big animals. I just kind of wish we had more. So here's one other thing we can consider. Let's take a look at green-blue as the combo instead. Because so instead of Toph, we run away. and we run these two cat owls, which are flyers. It works. It combos nicely with the zookeeper. We're not exactly casting a big non-creature spell, and we're pretty much subbing Boomy Bash for Lost Days. If we do this, it does give us access to a water bending lessons, and we could run Guru, and we could run Guru as well. We actually have double of this, so that's other direction we can go. Like, but Earthbend 1, I think this is powerful enough that I'm willing to keep at this. Yeah, this one being conditional kind of hurts it a bit. Yeah, keep it as I'll keep it like this for now. Though I suspect that there also, because I'm having the other creature form, if we drop out of allies, the most we can do is just add more lessons, and we can add one more card that benefits the lesson deck in a sense. I guess it's a case where green is probably the weakest. It's because it's so spread out. You have to draft into it. You cannot just hope it's gonna line up all together. This one's super sketch. We can easily die if we like. I can cycle this, and we're just trying to survive up to turn 4. But I know that there are decks that are fast enough that will punish this. So we definitely want this. We can bin the Badger Mole for now. Yeah, apparently our opponent is not familiar with this one, so we're able to get away with this. And if our opponent drops another big creature, we can kind of get away with it on the other half. We're not taking the token. I probably want to just move. Probably just want to Boomy Bash this one instead, just to be on the safe side. Make this into a 2/2. Kind of getting there slowly. Also the So we're trying to see what big spell our opponent's aiming for if they're willing to go mono white. Now that said, going mono something is very possible. Like we actually could have easily considered going into mono green. That's not the worst. Sure, I lose the counters, but I still get the land back. Boulder really is ready to rumble. Now they could just have the they could have the destroy target attacking creature spell. So yeah, this is the one case where these are weaker. Oh yeah, and it. Okay, so that was a neat combo. So kind of need to hit a creature. Yeah. Oh, and what's this? Another ally you control gains indestructible. Yeah, this is now. This is the part where if this is the part where the rare is gonna kill us. Guess what we can do is target. Just get that out of the way. And see if I can land a creature. But that said, next turn I could just exhaust Earthbend. But we really need to be able to exhaust this one. And I would prefer to have one additional. Okay, that's fine. It's still annoying. It's a 2/5, but it's still fine. Also helps that this is an equip too, so yeah, we're just taking this. Yeah, look, our opponent had has it. Well, we kind of over relied on that one creature. That's the problem. Well, they didn't. At least they didn't go for the discard part. It's a 4/6. So we take that much. Problem is on the flip side here, but we'll see if they have the combat trick. Okay, they're letting that go, so we got rid of that. Problem is, this one can now just make this into a 3/6 flyer, and we kind of dice. Well, 3/6. Yeah. Wow, mono white is quite strong. And Team Avatar is actually quite strong too. So we are 7 going up. Yeah, we are not winning this at all. Ay ay ay. This is definitely the one part I'm afraid of, that this set is definitely a print set. It's gonna make sealed so horrible. Like if you're not able to get the good seal, it's gonna be a real feel bad. I guess this is also where green is not the strongest, because you want to have removal spells that are not too creature reliant. Also, I should do a double check on our creature count. We might have just been unfortunate. Okay, so definitely keeping this one. But we still need more mana to make this work. I'm only keeping this because of the shared roots, but I know we could do better. Okay, there's our other land. We can kind of work with that. So we get the turn 3 Earth Rumble is also not that bad. Yeah, it looks like green white is gonna be so overused. Thanks journey, okay. Digging out basic land, so could be, well, I was gonna say could be shrines, but they did not go for a fourth color, so probably not that likely. I kind of have to play this, though I'm expecting a removal spell to kick in. Ooh, that was probably the one. That's probably the one creature that they did not want to mill. Yeah, I should just take care of the bear token because that's what's enabling this one. Then next turn we can go Earth Rumble. We're not able to go Flopsy yet. We can do Abandon attachments also. Size makes sense. Okay. This is a good one to remove. This is 4/4. So we hit our own Badger Mole. They probably have a combat trick. That white lesson is really painful for us here. Okay, Cycle of Renewal is not it. And even actually just challenging them to give up Earth King. So though depending on our opponent's next drop, if we only have 3 trials. Chooses all 3. So I kind of have to play Flopsy first before I do Earth Rumble. Which we do get to do. So I am going to swing with Badger Mole first. Because if they're gonna trade it like this, I'm fine getting it out of the way. We lose Trample in the future, but it's not the worst thing. When it turned out to actually get some good cycles out of this. This is now 5/5. Drops a boulder, ready to rumble. This is the one that we do need to get rid. This is the painful one we need to get rid of. And so we get that back. Can't be blocked by more than one creature is a big deal for us. So I can safely swing with these two. This one's a bit tense, especially when our opponent is pretty much down some Earthbending lesson, so they get to Earthbend even further, which is kind of annoying. This land can't be blocked. It's a good one. That's a good one to put there. So they're tapping out for Badger Mole. So they kind of want to start buffing this one, I suppose. Okay, they're spreading the love. But they do have to give these up. They can probably take one. So losing the tramp. Yeah, it's really so dependent on what the card they drew is. Yeah, let's just start getting lands out of the deck. They want to kill that in response. Oh no, they want to kill this in response. That's a bit more annoying. We just... How to get that last bit of damage out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's a case where I do have to chump block with. Okay, what? This one's not the worst. This one they can draw into another card. They probably will do that now. I could just take 8, I guess. Ooh, okay, that was bad. So I get to target, but yeah, it's only on enter, which, okay, so maybe I should not have discarded that card. I played that land. It would have allowed me to... What that allowed me to do? Ah! Okay, that was no good. We were... we kind of got wiped in the end with that combat trick. We kind of need... We probably could have just blocked them safely, but it would have been a problem in the return anyway. But still, that... Yeah, we were not gonna win that one based on what we got. So yeah, I guess now we know that this is now we know that this format is very princely. I should have been Zuko, can't accept House Virgo Cup. Okay, so Virgo Cup I managed to get in. Grade B, of course. So not that great. But it's kind of where I'm expecting anyway. I'm expecting to probably get bronze this time. I only have one good Taiki, but one good Taiki, a Grass Wonder that has some good debuffs, but not much else. Actually, actually it's between Taiki and Curran on who's gonna take the win. So there is that. As far as this one's concerned, if this one is gonna be, I'm probably gonna hate this format for sealed, but I'm probably gonna like it for draft. Yeah, unfortunately, we managed to get a little bit of everything, but we got none of the stuff that we really needed. And that's always going to be the thing with sealed. It's sometimes just not going to line up. So I would say Diligent Zookeeper is pretty interesting. If not for the fact that there are so many synergies that a Diligent Zookeeper pretty much takes you out of it. So there's that disadvantage. Yeah, we could... But otherwise, it could have been better. But yeah, definitely not playing sealed again with this one. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. Yeah, I'd like to... Yeah, it's a shame I'm sharing this on Super Last, but hey, there we go. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Jericho Ilagan. It was nice seeing you. And yeah, it sounds like you did well on your version of the pre-release. Should have been, but I can accept. Well, yeah, it could have been any of the others. I guess that is a problem with the setup. It's probably why I don't like these pre-release team seals in general. I'd rather just have a regular seal. Though that said, I did because sometimes it lines you up on one thing, but it turns out the rest of the cards don't line up, so it actually becomes a feel bad. But that said, I think for this kind of set for the audience, it's intending to bring in something that's directed like this is actually a benefit. Is actually an advantage, and if the goal is just to have fun and this one works out pretty well. So I guess that is the good thing for that one. So yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, as far as Uma Musume is concerned, I always automatically go to grade B. I don't force myself to try grade A. I haven't been playing that much. A lot of things getting in the way. I've been trying to get at least 3 runs a day. Pretty reasonable, but now I kind of want to push a little bit more, especially with what's Libra Cup coming up. I think I have a few good long runners there, but I think we can work for more there. That said, I guess we're doing pretty fine here. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in, Jericho. It's nice to see you again. Best of luck and good luck in the Virgo Cup. Hopefully, let's see if we're able to do well. Take care, God bless, have a great day.